Greetings everyone, and welcome to part 60 of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Wow, 60 parts. We've come a long way, haven't we, folks? But we're not done yet. It's time to take on those elusive super bosses. And the first one is right here in Agrabah. So, enter Aladdin's house, talk to the frantic carpet, and yeah, we're gonna ride the carpet because, well, it's the only way to trigger this super boss right here. Alright, now I would recommend going outside Aladdin's house so that you can trigger the summoning menu so you can, well, highlight Tinkerbell. I'm just saying. But anyway, folks, here is our first super boss. And oh boy, whoa, that was weird. Meet Kurt Zisa. Yes, that's its name, Kurt Zisa. Now, the first thing Kurt Zisa will do is seal off your magic. Now, if you're quick enough, you can summon Tinkerbell or Arrow Spell, and you'll be okay for a good portion until the Arrow Spell wears off. Tinkerbell, however, does not go away, and unless you dismiss her, which I will not during this boss fight. Alright, good old Kurt here will have these magical orbs right here, and our job is to, well, destroy them, because they contain our sealed magic. Once they're destroyed, we can use our magic again. And, yeah. Basically, this boss is in phases, and we are in phase 1, which is destroying these magical orbs right here. Now, Kurt Zisa will have these blades that will try and hurt us in the process, but once you destroy the 2 orbs, we will enter phase 2, which is him being stunned, and, well, we take him out, you see, during this stun phase. However, Kurt Zisa will still try to snap at you with his Cobra head, so he's not entirely defenseless, you see. It's just a matter of getting enough hits on him before he enters the next phase, phase 3. He creates this magical shield right here, and in order to take him out, well, take out the shield that is, we need to spam magical attacks on him. And I'm just going to spam Thunder because it's screen. It's a screen nuke, you see, and I kind of don't want to miss, you see. And I've learned during this fight that you don't want to spam Thunder too much, or it will not be available for a good long while, you see. So yeah. And of course, while we're trying to attack the shield right here, well, Kurt Zisa will try to attack us, you see, with all sorts of explosive things, and yeah, this multi-armed Cobra-headed thing right here, this heartless thingy. Wow. Alright, and of course, once the shield is shattered, just go for it once again. And be careful of the head snapping and stuff, and if you manage to deflect the head, of course, you'll get some tech points, so yeah. Now, if you don't defeat him quick, he will enter phase 1 again, or would be phase 4 since it's a variation of phase 1. He'll seal off your magic once again, but he'll also add the ability to spin towards you either horizontally or vertically and try to slice and dice you. So, yeah, ouch. Alright, so yeah, what kind of name is Kurt Zisa for Heartless? Well, turns out that there was this contest when the game was about to be released in North America, because I think if I remember correctly, some of these super bosses were created just before the American release, I believe, and they were American exclusive, or, well, North American or other international exclusive. I'm trying to specify, really. There's a contest, get your name, put it in a site, Kingdom Hearts or something, if I remember correctly. And there was one winner whose name was, surprise, surprise, Kurt Zisa. And I think this person's from New York, I think, if my research was correct. So yeah, this Heartless, was named after a real guy, and he will forever be immortalized in Kingdom Hearts as a boss. Yeah, I mean, what kind of, this is one weird boss. We have a multi-armed, Cobra-headed Heartless with mechanical sounds, and, I don't tend to understand it myself. I just want to take this thing out so we can, move on, shall we? Now, be careful, though. Even though you do level up quite a bit, you can still get your butt kicked by this thing if you're not careful. And I've seen playthroughs where people who have beaten this thing underleveled, and they're more skilled than I am. In fact, I've seen a bunch of the super extra bonus bosses defeated with Sora being underleveled, so I applaud them. Me, however, I cannot beat this thing without being overpowered. It at least gives me some sense of chance, you see. But regardless, folks, Kurt Zisa is done. One super extra bonus boss down. Alright. But as you're going to see right here, it's going to try and take Sora with them. Alright, buddy. Sora, run! Run away! Run! Why don't you just run in not in a straight line, you see? And of course, Carpet has to be the one to save them because, well, that's his role in the Aladdin series. He always saves Aladdin, Jasmine, whoever needs saving, so yeah. Alright. Now our reward is Zantetsuken. I think that's how it's pronounced. And another Ansem report? How did a Heartless get an Ansem report? Yeah. Oh, we get a trophy too. Hooray. But I have to... Wait, back to the Ansem report. Ansem report 11? What? Yes, folks. In Final Mix, we get more Ansem reports. So, yeah, we're not done collecting them just yet. But we'll collect more of them in the next video. Spoilers. Anyway, we're here in Neverland to find another super bonus boss right here. Now, in order to trigger this boss, first of all, you must be in the cabin area. And you must have Peter Pan in your party because only he can talk to Tinkerbell and understand her, you see. And she'll tell us that there's something going on at the clock tower, so we need to investigate, you see. And yeah, and I've also equipped a Goofy for an MP gift. And you'll see why in a moment. And hello there, how's it going? You haven't seen freaky looking... Oh, hi. Oh, you are that freaky looking thing right here. Yeah, folks, meet our second bonus super hard boss right here, Phantom. Phantom here is one of those bosses that you don't just spam X to win. We're not just going to be all hitting that X button to mash Keyblade to win kind of thing. This one actually requires some strategy. Alright? So good old Phantom here, what he'll do for the first part, well, throughout this fight technically, is he'll actually cast Doom on the clock tower. Now, as you see right here, the the numbers on the clock tower have flames on them. And one of your party members, I believe it's Peter Pan, it's Peter Pan, will have a number on him. And essentially the clock will count down to how much time a character will have left before they are taken out of the fight. Now, what this means is that... you know, when you're a party member, it's essentially loses all their HP. They're knocked out for a certain amount of time before, well, they revive themselves somehow. Well, Doom right here, courtesy of Phantom, will take the party member out of the fight permanently. They will not recover in any way, shape, or form. And when one party member is gone, well, the next target will be the second party member, and finally, Sora himself. However, you can delay this whole Doom spell thing by casting Stop constantly on the clock tower. So you can freeze the clock hands and buy you some time, you see. In fact, it's pretty much one of your main reasons you have the Stop spell in the first place for this boss right here. Now, as you're going to see right here, I'm going to cast some Stop to buy some time. I mean, yeah, you're going to spam Stop constantly throughout this fight. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. Now, how do you defeat Phantom in the first place? Well, Phantom here, as you see here, he has his heart exposed, and it changes color periodically. Now, the color of the heart depends on how you can damage it. If the heart is red, for example, you have to use a fire spell on it. If the heart is blue, you must use a blizzard spell. If the heart is yellow, you have to use a thunder spell. Now, if the heart is white, you can use physical attacks against it. So, make sure you pay attention to the color and plan accordingly, you see. So, yeah. Now, for this fight, I've included Peter Pan. Well, one, he is mandatory for this fight to happen in the first place, and Goopy because, well, they're going to be my support group as I try to attack this thing right here. So, yeah. And Phantom, oh, Phantom is a beast. He can shred you up and, well, move around quickly so that, well, you can barely get a good lock on him. And that Doom spell that I mentioned earlier, when at a certain point, he'll go to the clock tower and he'll summon a dark purple cloud like he's doing right here. And if that dark purple cloud mist thingy makes contact with Sora, he's pretty much dead because there is no defense against it. Unless you manage to cast Arrow before the purple mist of death makes contact with Sora, because it's the only thing that can reflect that purple mist of death sort of thing. Well, besides moving to a different side of the clock tower, that is. And, yeah. So, yeah, for this boss fight right here, it'll be a while, folks. It's just a matter of timing. Make sure you lock onto the right targets. Make sure you keep your party alive. And make sure you have Goopy in the party for MP Gift, because MP Gift is essential for this fight, you see. Alright. And you may have noticed that I've equipped Oathkeeper for this boss fight because, well, out of all my current Keyblade collections, it's still pretty strong, but it gives me access to the most MP available, you see. So, and MP will definitely be used right here, folks. I am not kidding. Now, despite this thing's appearance, if you haven't noticed already, Phantom here is one of the Emblem Heartless. I mean, at first you would think that this guy would be, you know, a pureblood, but no. He's definitely an Emblem Heartless. I mean, Final Mix definitely makes note of that. I mean, in the original version of Phantom right here, he has a blackish thing, looks more like the Grim Reaper, you think, and I don't think the Emblem Heartless symbol is that pronounced in the original version. Here you can clearly see it, especially when he tries to swipe you or turns around, and yeah. Yeah, this is going to take a while. I'm not kidding, folks. This will take a good long while. Again, I'm using all kinds of spells to try and stay alive, and yeah. And I believe this is my, let's see, I think it's my third attempt at taking this guy down. Because this guy, even at my high levels, can really mess you up. Again, super bosses, extra bosses, optional bosses. They're supposed to be designed to give you a challenge because, well, they wouldn't, well, people want a challenge, you see. They want to be challenged, and this is a good way to be challenged. No spamming the X button to win. You have to use your noggin and, well, fly away and play defensively and strategize and all that sort of thing. So yeah. Ow, you stupid thing. Okay. Now, of course, I'm also equipped Goopy and Peter Pan so that they can, well, adjusted their settings so that they can do some constant physical attacks in the event that good old Phantom here has a white heart present. Which is actually saving my bacon on a few occasions, you see, because they're going to act as my proxy, you know, while I recover using cure spells or using elixirs and potions and whatnot, so, yeah. Ugh. Of course, one of my earlier attempts at this guy, I had him down to about a quarter health left overall, and he killed me using that good old purple mist spell because I didn't cast the arrow spell quick enough. And, yeah, as you can see here, even Peter Pan can cast Arrow Spell on you in the event that, well, you are unable to at this time, so, yeah. At least we got some decent music, you know, Destiny's Force, I believe. So, yeah, again, the music here rocks. It's interesting to look at. Or if you don't want to listen to this music, you can hit the mute button or something. Put on some of your own rock tunes, like from your computer or stereo. Something that really gets you into a fighting mood, you see. Yes, I know I'm doing some rambling talking. It's because, well, again, this fight's going to drag a bit, folks. It won't be wham, 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 bam, 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 done. You have to actually think. And people some people actually like this idea. So yeah, we'll get more of this kind of thinking and strategy based fighting in the next game. But when we get to it, we'll get to it. Thanks, guys. I needed a little breather. Uh-oh. I need my shield, or else... No, shield. I need my air shield. Thank you. Whew, run away. Okay, uh-oh. I better cast stop on that clock. Yeah, the Phantom can also interrupt you trying to cast stop on this thing if you're not careful, you see. Whew, that was close. To dodge his claw swipes, by the way, you can adjust your altitude that way or something. And I would also like to point out that I've never had a chance to actually, get into the doors up here in the clock tower because, there's stuff right here that I don't really need at this time because I think I'm pretty much good right now in my current settings, you know? And, yeah. Now, I wonder if all those Londoners up around here are witnessing this epic fight between 3 flying people and essentially the Grim Reaper. Because, I'm trying to remember, when does this take place exactly? Well, the original story of Peter Pan, the 19th century, I think. Or early 20th century, I think. Let's see, I know I've read that the second Peter Pan movie, Return to Neverland, took place during World War II, and I think I remember some planes trying to shoot down Captain Hook's flying ship because they thought it was an enemy bogey or something. I'm just trying to put this place in the context in case people were, like, if any Londoners are trying to see these flying people fly around this giant clock tower, one of their big famous clock towers, you see, and yeah. Oh, and look at that. Look at that. It practically has no health left. However, it's still fighting. I have to get that one critical hit before it dies for good. And finally, the thing is dead. Okay, guys, you can stop attacking. It's dead. Dead. Well, yeah, it's dead. See, it's so satisfying to be another one of these super extra optional bosses, and yeah. And with that, there goes its heart, and it fades away into nothingness. Bye-bye now. Our reward for this is the power of time, an upgrade to the stop spell, Stopga. So yeah, 3rd level stop. And yeah, that's it, folks. So next time we will take on 2 more super bosses back at the Olympus Coliseum. So until then, bye now or something.